Okay, hello. This is Troy Knudsen, the love sick doctor, talking about Solomon's Song of Songs. And here we are on Song of Solomon, chapter 8. And we're going to look at 8 characteristics. This is the end of the song. So Solomon wrote this song for a purpose, and that purpose was for us to get a right idea of what love is. And here in verse 6, she says at the end of the song, "Put me as a seal upon your heart," here in verse 6, like a seal upon your arm. For love is strong as death. So here we have for love is. Love is strong as death. So then we learn these characteristics of love that come after the is there. For love is. We learn that love is powerful, and that's the first characteristic there. It has a strength to it. Love is strong as death. So love is strong. And then it loves jealousy, is as severe as shield. That's the second thing we learn. And then we learn its flashes are flashes of fire. So the third characteristic is that it has flashes. Love has flashes. It's flashes. And then the flashes are the very flame of the Lord. So the source, we learn that the characteristic of true love is that it comes from God. It's the very flame of God in someone. True love is. Uh, then we learn the next thing about love is many waters can't quench it. And then the seventh thing we learn about love is nor will rivers overflow it. You can't have too great a desire for love. So when our desire to experience a love relationship with God increases, that desire, that river flowing in us, filling us up with more desire, more love for God, that those rivers can't overflow our desire for God. So it can't get too much. And then love is priceless, or love is unconditional. We learn that right here. If a man were to give all the riches of his house for love, it would be utterly despised. Um, and then the last character, we learn other characteristics throughout the song. That love is delightful. Love is sovereign, and then we also learn at the very end um, when the king asks all the people in the garden, "Let me hear your voice, let me hear it." They say, "Hurry, my beloved, and be like a gazelle or a young stag on the rugged hills." So you've got a bunch of women in the garden that are wanting their beloved to draw closer to them, to overcome difficulties in their relationship, so that they could be closer to one another. These are so the love here, their desire for closeness was at the beginning, the middle, and all throughout it, and then always in the end. Meaning, you'll always want to get closer to the one you love. It doesn't end. It doesn't end here on earth, and it won't end in heaven. You'll forever want to get closer to Christ, and you will forever get closer to Him. You'll get forever because of your union with Him is infinitely strict, and the love is an infinitely strong bond that's drawing the two of you closer and closer together, forever and ever and ever. So I was just thinking today, just now, about this hurry, my beloved. Them still wanting to get closer to the ones they love doesn't end. In a true relationship, they'll always want to still get closer to the one you love. You won't want to push them away. With true love, it's forever. Whereas a false love, infatuation, or lust can end, and then the people will not want to get closer to one another, but they'll actually want to push each other away. So anyway, this is actually one of my first meditations on the Song of Solomon that I'm putting on YouTube, about the characteristics of love. Seen here in chapter 8, they are they are strength is number one, and then it's jealousy is severe as Sheol is number two. The third one is that it has flashes. The fourth one is that the source of that love is it's from God. It's the very flame of God. So you got one, two, three, four. The fifth one is many waters can't quench love. It's unquenchable. And then the sixth one is rivers can't overflow it. The seventh one is priceless. The eighth one in this chapter of chapter 8 is seen here by their desire to still want to get closer. So love never ends. The increase of love in the heart never ends. The increase of desire, the increase of love and joy, affection for the ones we love, never ends. Okay. So check and see. Has your desire for Christ ended? Have sort of stepped away from Him and lived in sin? And He wants to get closer to you. He wants to get closer to you, and you to get closer to Him more than you want to get closer to Him. So remember that. And the barriers have been um, all taken care of by Christ. Any foxes that separate you from Him have been taken care of by His suffering for our sins on the cross. He paid the penalty for our sins, and He also credits us His righteousness. So then He can treat us as a friend and as His bride and draw us closer to Him. So I hope you enjoyed. Click like and subscribe, and maybe we'll do some more of these. Goodbye. God bless.